Ever felt like your mind is just cluttered? Like there is too much going on and you can't quite think straight? Journaling is one of the simplest ways to clear that mental mess. And today, I'm going to show you how it can simplify your thoughts and your life. Hi guys, welcome back to my videos. Hope you're doing well. My name is Isha and I'm a life coach. And today I'm going to talk about how journaling helps us simplifying our thoughts and our life. So, what is journaling? Journaling is simply converting your thoughts into words. So, what happens when you convert your thoughts and worries into words? First and foremost is as you begin to write your thoughts down now, you are likely express them with the same strong intensity you felt when the incident occurred. But once those emotions are released onto the page, the mental clutter begins to clear. Writing changes the way we see the situation and the way it is represented in our mind. So it brings greater clarity. Now, with your thoughts more organized, you are able to see the issue more clearly and understand it from a calmer and more balanced perspective. Secondly, it reduces the emotional intensity and the overwhelm associated with the situation. And thirdly, it degrades in memory, so it helps us in letting go. It's the same feeling as talking to a loved one and unloading all your worries, leaving you feeling lighter. And the biggest advantage of journaling is you don't have to put any filter to your thoughts. So it's a complete private space, as in no judgment at all. When we share it with our loved ones, now even then we hide some very close aspects of that issue, which we feel very personal to us. But in journaling, there are no filter to your thoughts, so there is complete privacy, right? Secondly, you are not dependent on other to relieve yourself for taking others' time and waiting for others' free space, right? Thirdly, when you write your thoughts now, it tells you your thought patterns also. So it helps you recognize those and change those mental patterns, right? All the things that we keep inside, unable to put into words, only adding to our mental stress and physical stress, we can pour down on the paper. So if you don't want to keep replaying those events or those incidences in your mind now, write down it in your journal. And this will clear your mind and allow you to be fully present in the moment. Now let's quickly talk about the benefits of journaling. First and foremost is it helps releasing stress. Why? Because when we verbalize our unpleasant experiences, not putting them into words, it helps structure our feelings and make sense of them. So this will release all the stress that creates mental space and bring us calm. Secondly, it gives you emotional release. How? Life brings all those negative emotions like anger, resentment, jealousy, insecurity, fear, or anxiety. But journaling allow us to express these emotions, reducing its intensity. So, by understanding why we feel this way, we release that emotional baggage of that situation from our mind. Thirdly, it reduces overthinking. How? When experiences are hard to process now, write them down helps us to accept them fully. It gives closure to the situation and it clears all the mental clutter. Next is it helps with building self-awareness. Journaling really helps you understand who you are, what makes you happy, what do you want from life, and why you feel the way you do. It's all about the journey to knowing yourself better. And next is it helps enhances our problem solving and decision making. How? By releasing those negative emotions, we clear that mental fog in our brain. So when we pour out all our thoughts, we gain clarity and see the situation for what it truly is, right? And this make it easier to resolve the issues and make those thoughtful decisions in our life, as we have already cleared the emotional fog, right? Now, let's talk about 6 techniques that I have learned and incorporated into my schedule to journal my thoughts and simplify my life. So, the first exercise is Mind dump journaling. So if there's a topic that's been worrying you, overthinking and occupying your mind for days or months, write down all your thoughts and feelings related to it. Don't worry about the grammar or about the language. Just write freely. Your thoughts can be positive as well as negative. Even if you are feeling overwhelmed by a task now, because sometimes, when the thing is positive itself now, we still feel overwhelmed by our own thoughts or the actions maybe associated with that positive situations. So just pour it out all in a brain dump and separate your thoughts from that situation. Okay, so the first one is mind dump journaling, simply writing down all the clutter of the day. Simple. Exercise 2 is journaling to focus on the good. This is simple yet powerful exercise to focus on the positive side of our life. Our mind has a tendency to always cling to the negative side of a story. But you can counter this by writing down three things that went well today. Describe them in detail. Where, when, how, who was involved, and how it made you feel. Revisit those feelings as you write down and identify the causes of those events. Even if negative thoughts arise now, refocus on the good ones and the positive emotions they brought to you. Okay, this was all about journaling to focus on the good. Now, the third way of journaling is reflecting and problem solving, yani ki journaling for self expression. You know, there are so many things that we keep inside ourselves, which only increases our stress and affect our mental and physical health. So writing them down gives us the ability to articulate those feelings which we cannot share or which we didn't get the opportunity to share with someone. Okay, so I call it the unsent letter. Write a letter to someone in your life that might have hurt you, misunderstood you, or you missed that person. Okay, expressing all your thoughts and feelings. This letter doesn't need to be sent, it's just for you to vent, to forgive, to apologize, or to resolve any conflict. You can write it to anyone, like your unborn child, a deceased loved one, an ex, or anyone that you need closure with. Okay. Next type of journaling is journaling for a positive mindset. Mindset plays a huge role in how we perceive life. For instance, the classic example of that glass half empty or half full, in which it depends on your mindset whether you see the glass as half full or half empty. So, in this exercise, write down five things that make your life enjoyable right now, no matter how small. Then think of a recent situations where things did not go as planned and list three ways to look at it from a positive perspective. You know, you can choose to learn from it, you can accept the situation as it is, or you can focus on what it is trying to teach you. But list the three ways a positive mindset to see the same situation. Okay. And this will change your mindset in a long run to see the positive side of all the things. Okay. Next type of journaling is very powerful. It is journaling for gratitude. It is a game changer. It completely shifts your life. Why? Because you cannot be negative and be grateful at the same time. So, gratitude fills your cup with positivity and it helps you focus on the good side. So, you are going to write gratitude letter to two persons. One for you, second to the person you love. So, for you, gratitude for your body, do a body scan from a head to toe, thanking each part for its function. For your digestive system to digest all the food that you eat. For your legs, for your hands, for your eyes, from which you see everything. For your mouth, for your ears. Say a gratitude, a thankful letter to you and your body, right? Next, write a gratitude letter to others, as in to someone who made a difference in your life, but you have never expressed your gratitude to that person. And be very specific how their actions impacted you and your life. It could be your mother, it could be your teacher, it could be your friend, it could be your colleague, it could be anyone. And you can actually send that letter to also. Okay. And now the last type of journaling, which is very important, is journaling for self-care and self-compassion. The way you speak to yourself now, it shapes your reality, because the way you speak to yourself is the way you talk to universe. Self talk is talking to the universe itself. So what you do is, what is self compassion here is, self compassion is about quieting the inner critic and replacing it with a voice of understanding and care. Okay, so how do you write a self-compassion letter? Identify something about yourself that make you feel insecure or not good enough, and write down how it makes you feel. Now, imagine someone who loves you unconditionally telling you how they see this flaw, and write it down. This way, you are going to be kind to yourself as you focus on the positive change. Okay? Now, how do you do this journaling? You can do the simple pen and paper type, or you can use a digital type. You can type or you can write. I prefer using both, as sometimes I feel like writing and sometimes I feel like typing simply. And some other days when there is so much clutter in my mind, I choose voice to words conversion in my keyboard, so that whatever I'm saying is typing. That can also be a type of journaling, but I would encourage you, it is better to either write or to type what you're feeling. Now, the next is, how do you incorporate this journaling into your daily routine? It is hardly a 10-minute activity, and it simply reflects three things, as in the self check ins: how am I feeling today, what's on my mind, and dumping it all. Second is expressing gratitude, as in the what's the best thing that happened today, or list two or three things that you are grateful for today with feelings. And the third part of journaling is reviewing your day. Check off all the tasks that you have completed and plan for the next day. Okay. So what I do is, what I feel most effective for my journaling is just giving my 5 to 10 minutes by the day end, out of which giving 3 to 4 minutes to declutter my mind, as mind dumping, whatever did not go well or I did not like, or whatever is taking too much of my mind space, which are just not even my thoughts, I just dump it out on paper or on a notes tab, right? And then I give 3 to 4 minutes on what went well, what I'm grateful for the day, how it made me happy, or I try to find those silver linings on the things which did not go as expected, right? Or did not go well. And in the last 2 to 3 minutes, I use to create my next day to-do list and prioritize it well, and saying no to all the other things for the day. So for you, you can try different ways for next 6 to 7 days, and you will discover your style, which suits you well. But one thing I can assure you, that it really, really helps well to empty your mind space, giving you clarity in all the situation and peace, as if you have blurted out all your day's chatter to someone else, and immediately you feel your body lighter and energetic at the end of the day. So I request everyone to at least try it for a week before deciding whether it is working for you or not. Okay, so let's have a quick recap. First is mind dumping. Second is focusing on the good side. Third is unsent letter to all that things. Fourth is shifting to a positive mindset. Fifth is gratitude letter. And sixth is a self-reflection and planning our next day journal. Okay, that's all for today. If you find this content useful, please like and subscribe for more, and please share it with someone who needs this. Thank you so much. See you in my next video.